The downside to the Billionaires yachting world unveils a scenario where luxury and extravagance hide the real, often overlooked expenses. At first glance, these luxurious vessels symbolize wealth, power, and prestige, but beneath the surface lies a world rife with scandals, ethical dilemmas, and human suffering. That's right, yachting is not just about flaunting wealth. These yachts are like their own little universes where normal rules don't apply. Away from prying eyes, and sometimes beyond the law, they become stages for seriously wild and depraved shindigs. There's sexual exploitation, coercion, and even trafficking. Sometimes, the high-stakes world of yachting can turn deadly. Think about the risks involved. From dangerous behaviors fueled by excess to the potential for accidents at sea. And let's not forget about the shady dealings and illicit activities that can lead to dangerous situations. Sinead McNamara, a 20-year-old Instagram influencer and model from Australia, tragically passed away in 2018 while working on a luxury yacht in Greece. McNamara was found unconscious and tangled in ropes on the yacht she was employed on named Mayan Queen 4, which belonged to a Mexican billionaire named Alberto Payeras. I'll leave it to you to decide what might have happened here. But McNamara's death is just one example of a broader issue within the yachting industry. Behind the scenes, away from the glamorous Instagram posts and dazzling parties, lies a world fraught with peril. From accidents at sea to mysterious deaths, the reality of life on board can be far from the picture-perfect image often portrayed. We all know the Cannes Film Festival is where the stars shine bright, the champagne flows freely, and the red carpet is rolled out for the creme de la creme of Hollywood. It's like the ultimate glam fest, right? But here's the thing, behind all the glitz and glamour, a shady side lurks in the shadows. Yep, we're talking about the seedy underbelly of sex for sale. You see, while the rich and famous strut their stuff on the red carpet, there's a whole other world of high-class call girls making their moves in luxury hotels. These posh escorts, known as pute de luxe in fancy French, flock to Cannes yearly to cash in on the festival frenzy. Well, try a cool 1,000 euros an hour for a taste of their company. But wait, it gets even juicier. On some of these mega yachts stocked nearby, a different kind of transaction is happening. Models, wannabe actresses, and even Instagram influencers get invited to these exclusive parties or to stay on board. It sounds like a dream, right? Well, not exactly. See, there's this unspoken expectation that these so-called yacht girls will show their gratitude to their hosts by, well, getting cozy with them and their buddies. And while there's no price list floating around, let's just say they can expect a fat envelope of cash as a token of appreciation when they leave. All this started in 2013 when the Hollywood Reporter shook things up with an investigation claiming that models and even some Hollywood actors were taking over the hotels and yacht parties during the festival. They dubbed the women hanging around on the yachts as yacht girls. And guess what? The line between them and Hollywood actresses and models accepting money for, well, got pretty blurry. According to a Lebanese businessman named Eli Nahas, who had his own run-in with the law in 2007 for running a Cannes prostitution ring, these yacht girls can bank up to a whopping $40,000 a night. Model Emily Ratajkowski even spilled the beans in her 2021 memoir. She said she got paid a cool $25,000 early in her career to hang out at the Super Bowl with a guy named Jolo. It turns out he just liked having famous people around. Emily admitted she was on the clock and had no clue what was expected on that date. So basically, during the Cannes Film Festival every year, women from all walks of life flock to the city hoping to cash in on what they call the biggest payday of the year. We're talking about everyone from high-priced call girls who charge a hefty $4,000 a night to local streetwalkers who usually make much less, but still around $50 to $75 an hour. These women do it all, from servicing men in fancy hotels to partying on luxurious yachts and hanging out in lavish villas in the hills of Cannes. It's a wild scene and everyone's in on it. Local prostitutes can't wait for the festival to roll around each year. They know it's their chance to rake in some serious cash. And, according to insiders, the real money comes from targeting the high-end hotels where the rich Arabs stay. These guys can drop up to $40,000 in a single night without even blinking an eye. But here's where things get really interesting. Not all the women getting these gifts are your typical French prostitutes. Some of them are B or C-list Hollywood actresses and models rubbing shoulders with rich older men for a little extra cash. The line between professional prostitutes and these Hollywood types can get pretty blurry, according to industry insiders. The allure of the Billionaires yachting world has ensnared numerous celebrities, some of whom have found themselves embroiled in scandals. Names like Leonardo DiCaprio, who faced criticisms for his association with the Malaysian financier, embroiled in a corruption scandal, and Jay-Z and Beyoncé, who faced backlash for chartering yachts owned by individuals with controversial backgrounds, have all been linked to such scandals. The financial gains reaped from these scandals are often staggering. Celebrities and influencers command exorbitant fees for attending yacht parties or endorsing luxury brands associated with the yachting world. Now, remember Eli Nahas, the guy caught up in the Cane's prostitution ring in 2007? He claims he got a bad rap because of his ties with Gaddafi, but he did admit to bringing women to Cane's during the festival. He says they were just there to chat and have fun, but who really knows what went down on those yachts? An industry vet spilled that you'd probably recognize a few Hollywood names in the mix, saying that these actresses made bad career choices and now they're doing what prostitutes do. So, while the world watches the stars dazzle on screen, a whole other show is happening behind closed doors. One that's all about money, power, and a lot of hush-hush action.